Just 41 years ago, a place like this would have been illegal in Evanston. So would a place like this. It took a while for alcohol to become a normal part of life here. Evanston's dry history can be traced back to its founding, says Janet Olson, Assistant Northwestern Archivist and Volunteer Archivist for the Francis Willard Historical Association.
That was Northwestern's fault. The fault of the founders, good Methodists that they were. They added an amendment to the charter which said that no liquor could be sold within 4 miles of the university.
Evanston attracted progressive Methodists like the Willard family who moved into this house in 1865. Francis Willard was the second president of the Women's Christian Temperance Union, which fought against the social ill of alcohol among many other causes. Evanston's dry status made it a natural home for the Prohibition movement.
Evanston was dry before the WCTU. The WCTU fitted in here neatly, and Willard happened to live here.
The city of Evanston is well known for its role in the passage of Prohibition in 1919. The 18th Amendment's repeal in 1933 was big news to the South and Chicago, but it didn't even merit a headline in the Daily Northwestern. Evanston's dry status was presumed until the 1960s. Businesses were struggling, says former Evanston Mayor and Liquor Commissioner Jay Lytle.
Downtown Evanston at after 5 o'clock, you could shoot a cannon down Orrington or Davis or Church Street. The economic health of the town was troubled.
In 1972, the Evanston City Council granted its first liquor licenses to a pair of downtown hotels. But change was slow. Alcohol was only allowed in restaurants. You had to take the L to get to a bar. Assistant Northwestern professor Charles Whitaker attended the school from 1976 to 1981 and says that students were well aware of the city's history.
They were so convinced that Evanston was this straight-laced, uptight, community that wouldn't allow any fun. It was the place where fun went to die.
Evanston didn't grant a license to a liquor store until the aptly named Evanston First Liquors opened in 1984. Bars became legal after that. Alcohol helped attract the businesses that fill downtown streets today.
It's been a real boon to us from an economic development standpoint. And if you look at, the high rises we have and the vitality of Evanston, I would attribute a good majority of that to the ability to have a drink with dinner.
But not all of the effects have been good. The Keg of Evanston, which could not be reached for comment, has had its liquor license temporarily revoked 3 times since 2006 for a variety of incidents, including a shooting.
That was the kind of thing that would cause people not to want to have additional alcohol selling establishments. And you could point to it and say, see, that's what happens.
The Keg might be an anomaly, but the city's history does have some bearing on people's attitudes and reactions to alcohol. Paul Holetko got some surprise responses when he asked the city to approve a distillery.
I think a lot of people thought I was joking.
Few Spirits is Evanston's first and only distillery. When it opened in 2011, it produced the first legal drop of alcohol in Evanston's history. Holetko had to work with the city for over a year to change regulations before opening, but he did not receive a single no vote.
The city's been a fantastic partner almost from day one. The city's been very excited. They recognize the opportunities that are here, and they're eager to help capitalize on it.
Holetko says it's a coincidence, but few bears the initials of Francis Elizabeth Willard. His business makes alcohol in the so-called home of Prohibition, and for the first time ever, nothing about that is surprising.